And shalom. Welcome to Cover with me, Jeremy Pyers. All right, and today we're going to be reading the book of Acts, chapter 14, and this will be part 9 in my reading series here, going over the books, or I should say, the writings of Paul. And we're going to show how many people they take his writings out of context and they really don't understand them. Excuse me. All right, so nobody really in chat that I see, so it's all good. We will go and start the reading. Oops, there we go. Hopefully that's working. Yeah. All right. So Acts chapter 14. This will be read from ISR 1998 or the Scriptures 1998. And it came to be in Iconium that they went together in the congregation of the Yahudim and spoke in such a way that a great number of both Yahudim and Greeks believed. But the Yahudim who would not obey stirred up the Gentiles and evilly influenced their beings against the brothers. So they remained a long time, speaking boldly in the Master, who was bearing witness to the word of his favor, giving signs and wonders to be done by their hands. And the crowd of the city was divided. Some sided with the Yahudim, and some with the emissaries. Excuse me. But when a move took place by both the Gentiles and Yahudim, their rulers, to mistreat and stone them, they became aware of it and fled to Lystra and Derbe, cities of Lucanoa. I'm not saying that right. Lucanea. And the country round about. And they were bringing the good news there. And in Lystra there was sitting a certain man disabled in his feet, a cripple from his mother's womb, who had never walked. This one heard Shaul speaking, who looked intently at him, and seeing that he had belief to be healed. Oh, no, go. Sorry about that. This one heard Shaul speaking. Please, Callan. Okay. This one heard Shaul speaking, who, looking intently at him, and seeing that he had belief to be healed, said with a loud voice, "Stand upright on your feet." And he sprang up and began to walk. And when the crowd saw that what Shaul had done, they lifted up their voices, saying in Lucanaean, "The mighty ones have become like men, and come down to us." And they called Barnabas Zeus, and Shaul Hermes, since he was the chief speaker. Yeah, see, that they were just so confused. The priest of Zeus, being in front of their city, brought oxen and wreaths to the gates, and wished to offer with the crowds. And when the emissaries Barnabas and Shaul heard this, they tore their garments and ran among the crowd, crying out and saying, "Men, why are you doing this? We are also men with the same nature as you, bringing to you the good news. To turn from these worthless matters to the living Elohim, who made the heaven and the earth and the sea and all that is in them, who in past generations allowed all the nations to walk in their own ways, though indeed he did not leave himself without witnesses, doing good, giving us rain from heaven, and fruit-bearing seasons, filling our hearts with food and gladness. Even with these words, they still had difficulty in stopping the crowds from offering to them. But Yehudim arrived from Antioch and Iconium, and having won over the crowds, they stoned Shaul, dragged him out of the city, thinking he was dead. But while the taught ones gathered around him, he rose up and went into the city, and on the next day he went away with Barnabas to Derbe. It's pretty interesting that the crowds didn't even believe him when they told him, "Hey, we're just normal men. We're just preaching, you know, the word of Yah." And yeah, and then the Jews, the Yahudim from Antioch came, and then won over the crowd. So they started stoning Paul and dragged him out. Thought he was dead, but he wasn't. And having brought the good news to that city, and having made many taught ones, they returned to Lystra and Iconium and Antioch, strengthening the beings of the taught ones, encouraging them to continue in their belief, and that through many pressures we have to enter the reign of Elohim. So through many pressures we have to enter the reign of Elohim. Or much persecution. And having appointed elders in every assembly, having prayed with fasting, they committed them to the Master, in whom they had believed. And having passed through Syria, they came to Pamphylia. And having spoken the word in Perge, they went down to Attalia. And from there they sailed to Antioch, where they had been committed to the favor of Elohim for the work which he had completed, or which they had completed. And having arrived, and having gathered the assembly, they related all that Elohim had done with them, and that he had opened the door of belief to the Gentiles. And they remained there a long time with the taught ones. Check chat. Oh, hey, everybody's here. Shalom, shalom. Welcome. Welcome, Pepper Moon, Anthony. Someone's setting off fireworks. Just woke from an accidental nap. All right, all right. Well, welcome, everybody. All right, so get back to the reading here. So, chapter 15. And certain men came down from Yehuda and were teaching the brothers, unless you are circumcised according to the practice of Moshe, you are unable to be saved. Goodness. Fireworks. I don't know if you guys could hear that. So, right off the bat here in chapter 15, this is the whole issue of the circumcision right here. Is the Jewish people who were following Judaism were teaching you can't be saved unless you're circumcised. So this is the main issue. Yes, circumcision it's in Torah to be circumcised. And actually so is circumcision of the heart. They're both in Torah to have done to yourself. But they were saying this is Like you can do everything else, but you have to be circumcised to be saved, basically. So when Shaul and Barnabas had no dissension and dispute with them, they arranged for Shaul and Barnabas and certain others of them to go up to Jerusalem to the emissaries and the elders about this question. So being sent on their way by the assembly, they passed through Phoenicia and Shamarian, relating the conversation of the Gentiles. And they were causing great joy to all the brothers. And having arrived in Jerusalem, they were received by the assembly and the emissaries and the elders. And they reported all that Elohim had done with them. And some of the believers who belonged to the sect of the Pharisees rose up, saying, "Is it necessary to circumcise them and to command them to keep the Torah of Moshe?" And the emissaries and the elders, came together to look into this matter. Excuse me. And when there had been much dispute, Kepha rose up and said to them, "Men, brothers, you know that a good while ago Elohim chose among us that by my mouth the Gentiles should hear the word of the good news and believe. And Elohim, who knows the heart, bore witness to them by giving them set-apart spirit, as also to us, and made no distinction between us and them, cleansing their hearts by belief. Now then, why do you try Elohim by putting a yoke on the neck of the taught ones, which neither our fathers nor we are able to bear? But through the favor of the Master Yahushua Messiah, we trust to be saved in the same way as they. And all the crowd was silent and were listening to Barnabas and Shaul, declaring how many miracles and wonders Elohim did amongst the Gentiles and through them. And after they were silent, Jacob answered, saying, "Men, brothers, listen to me. Shimeon has declared how Elohim first visited the Gentiles to take out of them a people for his name. And the words of the prophets agreed with this, and it has been written, 'After this I shall return and rebuild the booth of David, which has fallen down, and I shall rebuild its ruins, and I shall set it up, so that the remnant of mankind shall seek Yahweh, even all the Gentiles on whom my name has been called, says Yahweh, who is doing all this, who has made this known from of old. Therefore, I judged that we should not trouble those from among the Gentiles who are turning to Elohim, but that we write to them to abstain from the defilements of idols, and from whoring, and from what is strangled, and from blood. For from ancient generations Moshe has in every city, those proclaiming him, been read in the congregation every Sabbath. Then it seemed good to the emissaries and elders, with all the assembly, to send chosen men from among them to Antioch with Shaul and Barnabas. Yahudah being called Barsabba, and Sila leading men among the brothers. Having written by their hand this, the emissaries and the elders and the brothers, to the brothers, who are of Gentiles in Antioch and Syria and Cilicia, greetings, since we have heard that some who went out from us have troubled you with words, unsettling your lives, to whom we gave no command. It seems good to us, having become of one mind, to send chosen men to you with our beloved Barnabas and Shaul, men who have given up their lives for the name of our Master Yahushua Messiah. We have therefore sent Yehuda or Yehuda and Sila, who are also confirming by this word of mouth. For it seemed good to the set apart spirit and to us to lay upon you no greater burden than these necessities, that you abstain from what is offered to idols, and the blood, and what is strangled, and whoring. If you keep to yourselves from these, you shall do well, and be strong. They therefore, being sent off, went to Antioch, and having gathered the crowd together, they delivered the letter, and having read it, they rejoiced over its encouragement. And Yehuda and Sila, being themselves also prophets, encouraged the brothers with many words, and strengthened them. And having spent some time, they were sent back in peace from the brothers to the emissaries. But it seemed good to Sila to remain. And Shaul and Barnabas continued in Antioch, teaching and bringing, with many others, also the good news, the word of Yahweh. And after some days, Shaul said to Barnabas, Let us now go back and visit our brothers in every city where we proclaim the word of Yahweh, and see how they are. And Barnabas purposed to take with them Johanan, called Mark. But Shaul thought it not fit to take with them one who withdrew from them in Pamphylia, and had not gone with them to the work. A sharp feeling therefore came to be, so that they parted from one another. So Barnabas took Mark and sailed to Cyprus. And Shaul chose Sila and went off, being committed by the brothers to the favor of Elohim. And he went through Syria and Cilicia, strengthening the assemblies. Awesome. So, let's see.
Hi.
Clicked the wrong thing there. My apologies. Sorry, I was kind of waiting on an answer. No worries, brother. Hit the like button. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. That verse right there shows it. There's many verses that show that the Ruach HaKodesh is set apart. It's not. It's just like, yeah. You should do an entire video proving there's a Ruach as a set apart spirit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because there's that too. Because I think the Ruach gets left out a lot as well, and not brought in as it should be. Well, maybe that's the wrong wording, but perhaps you know what I'm saying. Like it's just not, it's not talked about as much as like Messiah and the Father. And I think the Ruach is very important to distinguish. It's also a set apart spirit that is a part of Yah, as in a marriage, but they're separate but one, Ehad. I did a video on that. Do you use Messenger? Because I heard someone else claim the Trinity. The Trinity. The Trinity it came and stemmed truly from Nimrod worship and became a Jesuit doctrine that they pushed. Yeah, Wendy has a lot of good information on it as well. There's a prominent teacher out there saying the Ruach is only the breath of Yah and nothing more. Yeah, there is one, and y'all know him pretty well. But yeah, you both know who it is. You do. Not saying I believe the Trinity, but wondering if it's the same person. Yeah, have a discussion about that. Anyway. Um yeah, so here they make this huge, like, I don't know, churchianity sometimes makes a huge deal about it, circumcision and all that. You know, it was because the Jews were pushing that if the Gentiles were not circumcised immediately, they couldn't be saved. And I think circumcision should be a thing you want to do for the Father when your heart is ready for it. Because you truly you have to be circumcised to celebrate the Passover. Otherwise, you shouldn't be. But circumcision is important, but it's not the only thing that you need to be saved. Right? No. I'm sure I'm sure there's probably going to be uncircumcised that are saved. Like, I can't I can't say, but I'm pretty sure there is. What are you doing, Calvin? Relax.
I'm ready.
Relax, relax. All
Time to
right.
exercise.
Scary topic with the medical system today. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Y'all, that's just gonna get scarier. And to be honest, I truly believe it's gonna be the mark. Like, I don't think we have no 100 years left. There's no way, no way. I'm sorry, and there's no way. There's just no possible way. There's no precursor written of in scripture. Here, I'm a. He is exercising. I'm just gonna lay it out here. So this is my view of exactly what's going on and what's happening, and this is from all my research I've gathered. And this is what all my end times videos are about, or all my research I've been doing. So so the first beast is Rome. The harlot who rides that beast is the Jews, those who follow Judaism, like the leaders. The second beast is the Vatican, who controls not only the new one world religion, but they have controlled the uh, the League of Nations when it started, which turned into the UN. They control it all, so they control the one world government and the one world religion, which the AC Antichrist Nimrod will rise out of after using his DNA either in somebody to reincarnate him or just cloning him to reincarnate him. That way, he comes back because cause if you think about it, the second beast makes all want to worship the first. The Vatican is making all people want to go back and worship these pagan Roman Babylonian gods. All the gods of Rome stemmed from Babylon. It all goes back to Babylon and Nimrod worship. That's the whole thing. The first is going to be the last. Guess who's coming back as the Antichrist? The beast is already here. This is going to be the mark. Do not let people downplay that. I don't care what anybody says. It's not going to be obvious. It's not going to be that obvious. It's all hidden right in plain sight, and it's all going down right now. That is my warning to all of you, because we don't have no 100 years left. We barely have 10, in my opinion. That's my opinion. So I don't feel 100 or more either. Yeah, way too much is happening. Look how much the entire Earth has changed in less than a year. Actually, well, now it was less than a year. Look how much it changed within a day. And people are calling out 100 years? No. No. Hey, over D Bus. D Wookie, brother, welcome. Long time no see. Yes, the beast that rises up out of the sea, not the earth. Like someone kept changing it from sea to earth. Like, y'all be careful of watching prominent teachers. Like, just really be careful and test everything they're saying, because they will literally cherry pick and twist to fit their point of view. I'm trying to show you, y'all need to study for yourself, and this is my opinion. I just laid out everything, how I saw it and how I see it. And I think that the Antichrist is already here behind the scenes, honestly. He's been revealed to these elitists. And because all it says is he will be revealed. It doesn't say he's going to be revealed to the entire earth. It just says revealed. Revealed to who? That's the big question. Like, I honestly think there's going to be a single one that they pin it on. And like I said, it says the dragon gave this man his power. Like, he's gonna be the son of Satan. Like Yah has a son, Satan copies him. So he's gonna have one set apart. Yes, there are many antichrists, and this whole antichrist spirit has been around. But there's going to be like a single person lifted up, in my opinion, who's gonna sit. I don't know. I can't explain all the details because I don't know. But I do know Rome is the first beast. Judaism is a harlot in modern day Jerusalem. The second beast is the Vatican, who makes all worship the first. This whole one world religion. And then bam. Like, the thing's already here in place for the mark. And that's what a lot of these prominent teachers, for some reason, don't want to show you. I don't know why. Maybe they don't see it. The thing is I don't know why they downplay this so much. Like, there's what part of not able to buy or sell is hard to understand. Look at Australia. It's becoming a dystopian nightmare over there, where they're putting unjabbed into concentration camps. Passes like Gestapo. Like, you can't buy or sell. You won't even be able to work or live in society without it. Like, this is what it's coming to. And the news in America does not show you all this stuff. This stuff's happening in Venezuela as well. Like, it's starting to go from country to country to country. And it started in Australia. Yes, I saw about the one world religion. Yeah, they're building a Capitol building for it now, a temple.
The earth doesn't
So
spin.
the Earth does not spin. That is correct.
The moon goes around the earth,
Sorry,
and
there's a moth.
and the sun goes around the earth.
It's been a farce for a long while. Oh, it definitely has, brother. It definitely has. We're literally hiring internment camp officers here in the States. They are. Go look that up. They don't hire internment camp officers for immediate positions for no reason. Like, y'all, this is serious. And I would honestly have your bug out bags, whatever you need, ready to go. Just grab and go. Because, I don't know, I'm just playing it day by day, really, with everything. Now the Biden administration is announcing even more stuff about this pharmakia. I just saw a little interview with his press secretary or whoever that is, saying, well, it's good news if you got the jab. That's all she would say. Just be careful. Be careful. Be on the alert. Be on the lookout. For the devil himself roams around like a roaring lion, seeking to devour his prey.
Yep, and don't close one of your eyes. Then you would have the one eye, which is the bad symbol.
Yes. Where is it located? It's you can go, what was it, jobs.com or something like that, with showing it, like, literally, on Craigslist. For real. Go check it out, jobs.com, or, like, those hiring websites. They straight show up internment camp officers hiring immediately, trying to fill positions. Like, do not be listening to people downplaying this stuff that do not have eyes to see for some reason or another. Anyway, just remember, y'all, by peace he will destroy many. Things will start to look great before the bad stuff really hits the fan. Yep. Absolutely. They're gonna make it this peaceful kind of deal, and then
even don't make the other bad symbols like the circle with the 3 fingers out.
Oh yeah. Been teaching Callan a lot about symbolism, so yeah, re-education camps, all those. Like, it's getting bad. It's getting bad. And I pray for everybody out there who is going through stuff. I definitely pray for Australia and those other countries going through those dystopian 1984 nightmares. Like, the time is short. The time is very short. 100 years, I doubt that. I 100% doubt that. A decade, maybe. Not even a decade, honestly, in my opinion. But anyways, thank you all for reading or joining me in the reading today. I hope you guys enjoyed my readings. I just try to show the context in them. I don't like adding my own opinions or anything like that. I do my best not to.
Question.
What? You don't have questions. You're just talking. What?
Also don't make the rock and roll symbol.
Yeah.
Since Yahweh is here, we can't make those bad symbols.
The building they've been showing, calling it the center of the one world religion. Yeah, that's a temple. So-called temple they're making. They already have the third temple in Jerusalem, and it's underground. Check Brother Leland Jones's channel on that. He talks a lot about the hidden underground third temple that's there. So pretty much anything else is just a distraction. But, yes. Anyways, do your own research. Alright, y'all. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. I already said that. My apology. But thank you for joining me. You guys have a blessed evening. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we will see you guys next week at the same time, same place. Don't forget, keep an eye out for my other videos. I don't know when I'm going to be uploading them here. Just keep an eye out.
Shalom! Shalom, everybody.
Shalom, 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 everybody.
Happy Shalom. And happy Shabbat.
Have a great evening.